Welcome to a thought from the Psalms and Psalm 6. O Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger or discipline me in your wrath. Be merciful to me, Lord, for I am faint. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are in agony. My soul is in anguish. How long, O Lord? How long? Turn, O Lord, and deliver me. Save me because of your unfailing love. No one remembers you when he is dead. Who praises you from his grave? I am worn out from groaning. All night long I flood my bed with weeping and drench my couch with tears. My eyes grow weak with sorrow. They fail because of all my foes. Away from me, all you who do evil, for the Lord has heard my weeping. The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer. All my enemies will be ashamed and dismayed. They will turn back in sudden disgrace. Now, this is what's known as the first of the penitential psalms in the book of Psalms. It's a psalm of David. We don't know specifically what he's wrestling with, but he is, of course, facing, like we all do, our own guilt and shame in coming before a holy and perfect God whose standards we fall woefully short of. And he describes how it affects him. He says, even physically, my bones are in agony, and internally my soul is in anguish. He describes that he's worn out from groaning, that he soaks his bed with his weeping. He drenches his couch with tears. His eyes grow weak with sorrow. They fail because of all of his foes. And it's a terrible situation to be in, isn't it? When we feel laid low, when we know we've let the Lord down, when we know we've let others down, ourselves down, when we've sinned. That's what sin is. It means falling short of the target. And this is the place David is in. But the good news is he knows he has a Lord he can cry out to, and that this Lord is good and he is loving, and that David can appeal to a couple of things. We see his mercy. Be merciful to me, Lord, he says in verse 2. And also in verse 4, he says, turn, O Lord, and deliver me. He knows that his God is a God who saves, who delivers, who has mercy, whose love never fails. Even as God upholds his justice, which he does for all of us, God's love never fails. So David knows he can call on this mercy and on this love, and that he will be heard and answered. And in fact, that's how it ends, with David rebuking and sending packing his enemies, saying, away from me, all who do evil, for the Lord has heard my weeping. He's heard my cry for mercy, and the Lord accepts my prayer. And friends, this is the promise we have in Jesus. Jesus removes our guilt and shame and delivers us.